Okay, Wormple, use cut. What do you mean you can't use cut? Well, who can? Now, I've had this idea in the back of my mind for many a year. I did actually make some fakemon for this exact concept for a video back in 2024, but ultimately I scrapped it because I just didn't like what I made. That's how things roll at KyephaHQ. Basically, I want to make the Pokemon behind the HM moves. You know, like the random bird and ball that you surf on. Yeah, I guess it's meant to be Whelmer, but okay, I need you to suspend your disbelief just for today so that I can, have this. We're back to humble beginnings. Back to a place where you can't get past a tree that's shorter than you without a Pokemon there to swiftly chop it away. The first Pokemon I'm making is a cut Pokemon. Not only because it's the iconic HM01, but also because it's an HM move that doesn't have one of the random silhouette Pokemon designs already attached to it. So I'm just gonna make something up, and it might in turn end up being the best one. Who knows? You'll need to let me know in the comments below. I'm going for a kind of Tyrogue looking guy with a sailor's hat-esque thing. It's really meant to look like an edge or some kind of blade, but I think I'm going to have to see the whole design through before I can make any real judgment on how accurate my vision is coming to life. I'm not too upset with it so far. It's actually looking like a Pokemon, which a lot of you guys will be very happy about. I am KyephaFakemon after all, not Kyepha random animals that vaguely resemble Pokemon Fakemon. I don't know. For its hands, I've straight up just given it axes. It's actually kind of the same design idea as Cleavor, but canonically, Cleavor is extinct and passed away, rest in peace, so this guy will fit nicely within the modern Pokemon ecosystem. I imagine lugging around those hefty axes doesn't do wonders for its balance, so I've made sure to give it these big ass feet so that it has good footing. Or is it big R feet? I don't know how to speak in today's internet language. You may also be able to tell I have given it these cut little, okay, I wrote cut little fangs. It's supposed to be cute little fangs. Let me just try that again. As you may also be able to tell, I have given it these cute little fangs which point up from its lower jaw, but in a way that makes them look completely flush with the face. It's a design method that I personally love. It's kind of trolling in a way because where does the mouth open? Where's that lower jaw I've become so fond of? The colors are following the same sort of charcoal color scheme that the HM silhouette sprites have, and then for a secondary color which I plan to carry across all of my designs, I have chosen blue. I did originally go with red, but it made this guy specifically look too similar to Pawniard, so it's blue. Now for Pocket Monster 2, it's my HM02 Flymon. I think that's HM02, wait, let me just check really quick. Okay, yeah, no, don't worry, it is. Look, it's normally not a big deal whenever I casually get things wrong in my day-to-day life, but when I get things wrong on YouTube, my comment count doubles and my subscriber count halves. Speaking of subscribers, you should subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. A lot of people watched my last video, like it's my second most watched video, which is crazy. So if a few of you have come to this video, then I can bet you're not subscribed already, so subscribe. Okay, the marketing budget was spent on all of that. Carrying on. This Pokemon is being designed very similarly to the design of the bird that appears when using the HM move in the Generation 6 games, being X and Y and Oras. God, I need to play Oras again. What a game. I had some trouble with the beak in that I was drawing it very badly. I mean, look at this shit. It's terrible. Eventually, I figured something out, but even then, I mean, it's a hard perspective to draw. I'm like that guy who the whole internet helped to draw the underside of a character's head, if you can remember that. Maybe it's too long ago. The internet is a swiftly moving environment. I need to keep up, god damn it. I'm literally trying to find my place in the script. I've gone so off script this week, guys. Like, where am I? What am I doing? I'm satisfied with how this beak looks, however, so I'm just gonna do its little feet, give it a little repositioning until I'm happy with my composition, and then fill in some colors. I've taken the charcoal color from my first guy and also made the talons and beak a dark slate color almost. It's pretty much a darker shade of the same accent I've established. That's pretty much the bird done. Not a whole lot going on, but I like how it turned out. But before we can take a look at the final artwork, I do need to finish finish up with my last HM-mon. Enter Surfmon, and not Whelmer. Look, I get it. You guys love Whelmer. Well, in this universe, it was a whole different Pokemon all along, alright? That's what we're going with. So this one is pretty simple as well, as all we need to start here is an oval, and then on top of that, another oval. I simply just copy-pasted my first one and then layered it over top. Call me lazy, because I am. I did skew it a little so that it didn't look totally whack. Next up are the fins. I did a few fins because I imagine this Pokemon would need some solid appendages in order to propel itself, and a random human being on its back for long surfing journeys across the ocean. Wow, I did not put the emphasis right in any of that sentence. I hope you still understand what I meant. The eyes I've drawn for this Pokemon are the same as the bird's eyes, which are almost like these trademark Gen 1 eyes, like what Voltorb and Haunter have. You just can't go wrong with them. If you're ever lost in how to make your Pokemon really look like Pokemon, these eyes are the cheat sheet. They're like the secret answer to the Sugimori quiz. So, you know, do with that information what you will. Now, I did give it teeth, but they, 1, looked really wrong, and 2, started to scare me a little, and 3, started to annoy me a little. And if that's how it made me feel, then I can't imagine the ramifications of releasing this thing to the wild. So I'm sparing you this time, and I've decided to just give it this more goofy frown expression. For the accent colors, I've placed them on the top where the trainer would sit on the Pokemon. Alright, I think I'm finally ready to share with you my maybe cursed HM Pokemon that may or may not should have stayed in the vault. First up, it is X-Ax, the swinging Pokemon, and a pure steel type. It has the unique ability Deforest, which makes its normal type moves become steel type, and also super effective against grass type Pokemon. They actually have no muscles in their arms, so they must rotate their body to use them. When X-Ax get dizzy, they use their heads to attack. Next up, it is Area, the soaring Pokemon, and a pure flying type. It has a new ability called To the Clouds, which makes its normal type moves flying type moves, and also not very effective against bug types. Area fly up so high in the sky to the point where they become invisible from the ground. Area soar endlessly. They consume moisture and convert it into energy. In turn, they are incredibly light. And finally, it is Surfress, the swimming Pokemon, and a pure water type. Its ability is called Oceanic, which turns its normal type moves into water type moves, and also makes them deal regular damage to other water type Pokemon. Surfress have a better handle on water type moves, which helps it clear a better path at sea. Their shape allows them to sail with enormous speed and power. They appear to carve the ocean. Tough. Welp, I hope you like my silly, goofy HM move Pokemon. Again, it's an idea that I just needed to release from my brain. I've missed so much in the world of Fakemon since my sabbatical, as we'll call it. So next week, I'm thinking of doing some Stone Swap Mega Evolution. So if you have any specific ones you want to see me draw that haven't been done yet, then let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every single Fakemon Friday or Saturday if you live in Mirage Island, just like me. And a huge shout out to all of our lovely channel members. I can feel the HM04 of your support. You HM05 me with happiness. That might make sense. Okay, have a great week. I'll see you next Friday. Bye bye.